Don't watch this if you want to stay the same, if you're satisfied with living the same year over and over again. Calling it a life, this video isn't for you. If you prefer comfort over growth, routine over risk, familiarity over fulfillment. Stop now. They don't change because they're comfortable, and comfort is tricky, it disguises itself as happiness. It wraps you in a warm blanket of predictability and tells you, you're fine, you're safe. Don't push it. But deep down, you feel the itch, you feel the pull. But here's the paradox: while staying the same might feel safer in the short term, it's actually far riskier in the long run. Because the longer you wait, the harder it gets. The habits set in deeper. The identity cements. The dreams gather dust. I don't know where to start, but those are just stories. And stories can be rewritten. Every excuse is a cage you build for yourself. But the key is always in your hand. The moment you stop arguing for your limitations, you begin to reclaim your power. Before you know it, you're living a version of your life that you never really choose, simply because it was easier to stay put than to step forward. You feel the quiet dissatisfaction that whispers through your days, reminding you that you're capable of more, even if you can't quite define it yet. The ability to do what must be done, even when you don't feel like it. The ability to show up for your goals, your future, your vision, even when the excitement wears off, and it will wear off. That's why most people quit. But the ones who change, who grow, who transform, they do it with consistency, not inspiration, because once you hear this, you won't be able to unhear it. You won't be able to pretend that you didn't feel that nudge inside you, telling you that you're meant for more. No one ever feels truly ready to transform their life. You grow into it. You build readiness by acting in spite of fear. Action breeds clarity. Motion creates momentum. You start where you are, with what you have, and you trust that the path will unfold as you move. You are built to evolve, to expand, to rise. But it's not. Your identity is fluid. It evolves with your actions. Every time you choose a different response, a different habit, a different belief, you're sculpting a new version of yourself. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not the labels you've been given or the limitations you've adopted. You are possibility in motion. And yet, every time you ignore that call to change, every time you silence that inner urge for more, you shrink. Just a little, just enough to feel it, just enough to wonder, late at night, if this is all there is. Still here, then there's something inside you that refuses to settle. Something that knows deep down that staying the same is not an option. You may not know exactly where you're going, and that's okay. What matters is that you're not asleep to your own potential anymore. It's that slowly, without noticing, life starts to lose its color. You go through the motions, you check the boxes, but something's missing. You are not stuck. You've just accepted a version of life that requires no risk, no discomfort, and therefore no growth. But here's what no one tells you: staying the same isn't stability. It's slow erosion. It's passive decline. There's a part of you that's waking up, and it's time to listen. The truth is, most people don't change because they're stuck. That's the cost of staying the same. It's not that things remain neutral. You weren't born to be ordinary. You weren't created to simply exist. Change feels scary. It should. It's the unknown. It's unpredictable. You think you need more motivation, but that's not true. Motivation is a spark. It's temporary. What you need is discipline. And maybe you've told yourself stories to justify the delay. I'm too old. I miss my chance. I don't have the time. You've been told to wait. Wait until you have more clarity. Wait until the timing is perfect. Wait until you feel ready. But readiness is a myth. And let's talk about identity. Most people believe their identity is fixed, that who they are is set in stone. If you keep waiting for someone to come rescue you, to validate you, to open the door for you, you'll wait forever. No one is coming, and that's not bad news. That's the best news. Because it means you have full ownership. You don't need permission. You don't need perfect conditions. You need a decision to stop tolerating what you've outgrown. A decision to step into discomfort for the sake of growth. A decision to rewrite your story before it writes you into the background. You've seen flashes of your potential, moments when you were bold, times when you rose to the occasion. Don't let the voice of fear be louder than the voice of vision. Let this be the moment you choose growth over comfort. You're here because something in you knows it's time. Let this be the moment you rise. This is your life, and it's too valuable to waste on staying the same. Change isn't easy, but neither is regret. You can't keep thinking the same thoughts, reacting the same way, and expect to wake up in a radically different life. If you want change, you have to change. Not just your circumstances. You have to change your mindset, your beliefs, your environment, your standards. What you tolerate becomes your reality. That version of you is real. It's not some fantasy. It's you unfiltered, unchained, untamed, and you can live from that place. But it takes courage. It takes honesty. It takes a willingness to let go of who you've been, to make room for who you're becoming. You can't keep walking in circles and expect a new destination. You have more power than you realize, more strength, more intelligence, more capacity. But none of that matters if you don't use it. Untapped potential doesn't change your life. Action does. Bold, consistent, intentional action. The kind that scares you, the kind that challenges you. Growth isn't linear. It's messy. It's unpredictable. But it's always worth it. Because on the other side of fear is freedom. On the other side of resistance is resilience. On the other side of discomfort is a life that actually feels like your own. The kind that stretches you so far beyond your old self that you can't go back. And the pain you've been through, the setbacks, the failures, they're not signs you're off track. They're ingredients. They're shaping you, preparing you, building the strength you need for the next chapter. And there will be fear. There will be doubt. There will be days when you question everything. That's part of the process. You are not too late. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are becoming. So don't you dare settle. Don't you dare shrink. Let this be the moment you stop waiting. Because you're not here by accident. Time to break the cycle. Time to stop watching and start doing. Time to stop dreaming and start deciding. Not tomorrow, now.